Stardew.
Just another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday.
Ta-da! I will stop sharing my screen though because that's going to absolutely crash me out. There you go. And no, let's not fish. Oh, hello! I forgot you were napping in my bed.
Napping? Girl, we were spooning. Oh,
Ma'am, stop rearranging my house!
I did not mean to! I forgot I haven't played Stardew in like a week. This is unheard of for me.
Oh, dear.
Oh my beautiful crops, where have you gone?
Hello, Dagger. I'm gonna go
Oh,
straight...
Dad sent me a letter.
He sent me one
He's risen
too.
from the dead!
Oh, oh. Dark. Oh no. Oh no.
There they are.
Right, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn this music down. This is so loud in my ear. That's just...
I don't have music on Stardew. Hot take.
That's just obscenely loud in my ear. Goodbye, sir. Thank you.
I mean, the flies aren't much better.
Yeah, I don't like the flies. The flies can
I
buzz
usually
off.
listen to my own music when I play Stardew, so I turn the Stardew music off. The only time I turn it on is for festivals, specifically Dance of the Moonlight Jellies.
Everybody hates Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. I still don't understand your organisational paradigm! We need
It's
mayo
by
makers.
type.
We need mayo makers drastically, because we could make lots of money.
I need to go and buy some crops.
I'll let you do that. I'm gonna fish. I'm just gonna set a channel status in Discord in case anyone decides they want to top in.
I have a gift for you.
I went upwards.
What, have you left the farm?
Yes.
Yeah, can't be arsed. You can have it when
There's
I get
some
home.
wiggly worms here though. I have an iron bar in my pocket. I'm coming back to farm.
You could have said that before I left.
I went upwards. Where are you? Hi. What do you have? Hello? Hello?
I'll hand them to you, so I'll just throw them down.
Socks! Shoes. What are these for? Have you already got some?
I've got better boots.
I could just go collect the better boots. Why are you ditching stuff onto me?
Because I felt like being kind to you.
Okay. I'll put those boots in there, and then I'll put my iron bar wherever iron bars live. I don't know where everything lives, Alex.
It's organised by type, so the iron bars will go with things like geodes. It's like mining.
Right, so it goes in the purple one. Right.
It goes with the geodes.
That's where I've put it. But there's no one else in. There's none. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Cool. There's no other ones in there. So, do with that as you will.
There's a quest for 2 pikes on the
Grips.
quests board, so if you want to do that, because I know you like to fish.
I do not enjoy fishing, Alex. I think you're misunderstanding my my fishing here. Ah, the bees! Alex is spending all the money.
Sorry. We're rich now, so me as well.
Friction. Ah! Aggressive fish! Sir, I did not sign up for aggressive fish. What are you doing? Ah. Ah. Heck. Oh. Panic.
You want to buy the grass starter recipe?
I mean, up to you.
It's 1,000. I'm not gonna buy it until we've got a bit more.
To be honest, I would like to have 2,000 in the bank so I can get a crafting table, please.
Okay.
That is my next goal. I got a sturgeon in my first
keep it, 'cause
season.
then we can get caviar in a fish pond.
Hang on, I've got to donate one first. Hang on. Although I'm pretty
Keep
sure
that
this
one,
next
because then we can multiply from the fish pond.
I'm pretty sure this next one's also a sturgeon, so we'll see. There.
I didn't get to do my song of the day.
There you go,
this
I've got
time.
2 sturgeon. I mean, go for it.
Oh, I don't know now.
Well, you started it, man.
Do you know what? Let's think with our brains here.
You'll be glad to know I've got
You know
2
what?
sturgeons.
Hello. Well, whilst I was baking pies with Stanley, I was listening to the Waitress soundtrack.
Have you made me a pie?
I have made a chocolate pie and I've put a slice in the fridge specifically assigned to Deborah.
I need to come and acquire it.
Yes.
And bring you your hair grip back.
Yes. You know, my granddad, I brought some slices of the chocolate one round for my family as well. And my granddad got a slice and I said, do you like it? And he's like, nah, it's not great.
Oh.
And then he comes back in with a second slice. I was like, what? I thought you didn't like it. He's like, it grows on you.
That's not how cake works, sir.
Yeah, well.
And then again, every time I give my dad anything that I've made, he goes, yeah, it's alright. Or he goes, meh. I'm like, great, thanks, Dad. Thanks for the positivity there, Maggie.
My strawberry pie was actually, like, beautiful looking. I can't even lie.
I keep getting myself strawberries with full intent to eat them because they're literally one of my favourite things. And then I forget they exist because they live in the fridge.
Yeah.
And by the time I remember, they're not great anymore.
Nope.
Oh, my boys also murdered my Montessori plant, so that was nice.
Oh dear.
Considering it lives on the top of my bookshelf, it was an achievement.
I can give him the credit for that.
I mean, I'd rather not. It's not very cat friendly, but they both seem to be fine.
My cat just sits at the end of my bed and meows. She doesn't do much. Although she got out the other day.
Oh dear.
I caught her though, and she was not happy about it. She was so scratchy that I actually, you know how like in cartoons when someone gets a cut on their knee and it's a cross?
Like a hatch marking.
Yeah, I have that on my shoulder from my cat.
Tasty. I have a bruise in the middle of the top of my foot. What's it from? No clue.
I have one on my palm, and I don't know how the hell I got a bruise on my palm because my skin is so calloused.
I have a bruise on my butt at the minute because I passed out the other day for some unknown reason. Well, I know the reason, but I passed out the other day and I was in the middle of making cheese sauce for mac and cheese and I spilt half my cheese sauce on the floor and I woke up from the unconsciousness very confused and then had to clean up the cheese sauce and I was real sad about it.
That's the worst thing.
It was heartbreaking.
You feel unwell and then you look at all the stuff you've got to clean up anyway. It's like when you need to throw up and then you're sick and then you're like, well now I have to clean this up.
Yeah. Although I was very proud of myself. I dropped an actual bowl, like a pot bowl, didn't smash it. Dropped a knife at the same time as I went down, didn't injure myself. Achievement of the century.
That seems a little too suspicious.
Well, there's my question, right? Like, I am pretty standard at, like, my parents have always told me knives have no handle when they're falling, and yet, you've met me, I'm an idiot. And I will always still try and catch the knife as it falls. I've done this many a time and injured myself many a time. And yet I seem to have managed to survive it this time. So that's nice.
At least you didn't stab yourself whilst cutting an avocado and have to spend Christmas Eve in A&E.
Ew. I have done Christmas Eve in A&E. I fractured my scaphoid bone in my thumb in my left hand.
Fractured my scaphoid before.
Fun and games, check us out.
I did it when I was like 9 though.
Oh, I was older than I should have been. I was in year 10. So I did that and we had to go on Christmas Eve and I was really excited because I was going to get my pot off only for them to be like, nah, actually you still need a pot on. So they took it off, did the extra and then put me another pot on. And we had to decide what colour to have pot wise so it matched my outfit that I had for Christmas. But then on Christmas Day, because it was my left hand, I couldn't actually eat my own Christmas dinner. So my mum had to cut it up for me and I had to eat it just with a fork in the wrong hand.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's like when I used to get my braces tightened, I used to choose the colour bands to match whatever important event was coming up next. So like when I did one of my shows where my costume was purple, I made sure I had purple bands on, things like that. Or like when I was Heather Chandler for Halloween, I had red bands on.
Heck yeah.
But no, when I got my pot for when I broke my wrist, I got hot pink.
Ew.
Because 9-year-old me was that girl. I know you hate pink. But well, here's the thing, with families where there are 2 sisters, there is always a pink sister and a purple sister.
My sister is the pink sister, I am the purple sister.
That is how it works. I was the pink sister.
I had, I think my favourite experience, pot colours wise, I've had the original white one, OG, I've had the red one, I've had the purple one, I've had the light blue one, but my favourite experience was I fractured my ankle. I told my mum it was fractured, she didn't believe me. I managed to convince her to come pick me up from school at the end of school because I physically could not walk home. So she came to pick me up, and she was like, well, I just need to stop by your grandma's, and then we'll evaluate. So we stopped at grandma's. She said, can you come in? I said, no, I physically can't walk, mother, no. So she went in and came back out and was like, do you really want to go away? I was like, yes, please. So she took me. They did my x-ray, and they went, oh, yeah, it's fractured. I was like, well, wonder who knew that. And then I got a temporary put on because they weren't 100% convinced. And then I went back for the x-ray again 2 weeks later. And we had to ring my mum's cousin, who I was being a bridesmaid for, a few weeks later, to say, if your bridesmaid had to have a pot on her ankle, what colour would you want? And she went, no. And she went, no, seriously, what colour would you want? She went, you kidding me? I was like, she's not at all. So I had a red pot for that. But that's the first family wedding I attended with a pot on my ankle, and the second family wedding I attended with a pot on my ankle was post-surgery for my sister's wedding. So if anyone chooses to tolerate me, I'm just going to lose my leg. That's where we're at. Alex has gone.
I'm just giggling to myself.
Are you laughing at my failure to function?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, pal.
Yeah, but anyway, my avocado story.
Sorry.
It's alright. No, I'm just giggling at the fact that you had to get a pot when you were a bridesmaid.
Twice.
But I was supposed to be working as well. I usually have like a brunchy thing on a Sunday morning, you know, because I start work at 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I made some avocado. Well, I was planning on making avocado on toast with some eggs, and I went to stab the like nut out the middle. You know which bit I mean. And it was a little bit weaker than I anticipated, and the knife went straight through the avocado and into my hand.
Oh, tasty.
And so I went into shock. Thankfully, my mother is a first aid trainer, so she came home from her church thing, fixed me up and said, we're going to A&E, and I was like, but I've got work, and she was like, you can't go to work with a knife in your hand.
You can't go to work with blood pouring from your hand.
Yes, and so I now have a weird little lemon-shaped scar on my middle finger of my left hand.
That's cute. I feel I need to put like an insert picture here, so if you just send me a picture, I'll
It looks pathetic now, but when I did it, it was really big.
Well, when my mum was cutting a bread roll once, she won't cut bread since. She was cutting a bread roll and she had it held in her hand, and she was cutting it with like a proper big bread knife, and it rolled out of her hand and she continued to cut straight into her finger. So that was a nice experience for childhood Deborah to see blood pouring out of her mum's hand. That was really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Would not recommend.
Let me send you a picture. It's so faded now, you can barely even see it, but you know what?
I mean, I have a C-section scar and no child to go with it. So...
Gender reveal, it's a C!
That's absolutely what it was. 100%. I will have a look at that.
You can kind of see the circular shape on the base of my middle finger. But I remember, you know how like when you've had a sick day and you have to do a return to work when you come in your next shift, and I went in and I sat down with this bandage on my hand, and my boss, she was just sat there laughing, because you have to say things like, "Why did this happen?"
Because I'm an idiot.
Why did this happen? What will you do to prevent it in the future? So I had to say, my mum bought me a special avocado cutting open device where it's like circular and you stick it onto the stone and it pulls it out.
That's hilarious. That is excellent.
I think we had it, but my mum was like, she bought it ages ago and we just never used it because I didn't know what it was for, and she was like, I got you this specifically so that things like that wouldn't happen, and I was like, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
But no, when I came into work, my boss was like, my dad's done this before. It's absolutely hilarious.
Okay, end of day 1. Ta-da!
The end.